Good evening. This is Dr. Natawoods with Nicole Phillips, and we're still at Shula's. We're at the Marriott in the Lincoln Square area. We just got through attending an event, and we had a fabulous time. But Nicole and I have been trying to get together to do this segment about where she is in the single life with relationships and dating and being a single, confident woman.
Yes.
And I wanted for her to give you some of her thoughts on where she is with the whole dating thing and how she feels and how did she get to this point.
Well, thank you, Dr. Woods, for having me on your show. I just say that because it's fun.
It is fun.
Yes.
And I like it.
And I like it too. And so, okay, so I guess I would say that last week, the best way I could describe this is that last week we were preparing for a very dear friend, Dr. Rhonda Perry's milestone birthday. Milestone. And I woke up with such a sense of jubilance because I was thinking about all my friends who are married. This is so horrible. Let me just say I love marriage. Marriage is great. I respect it. I want to get married someday. But this was the exact post I had put on Facebook was that, you know, I love my life. The single life really rocks. Like a lot of people don't understand it. But I think life is just what you really make of it. And for me, loving being single does not mean that I have given up on my kind of like that called the picket fence dream of the 2.5 kids and the fabulous husband, you know, that loves the Lord and works hard and, you know, is just wonderful lover, etc. But
lover?
Yeah. It's up there still on Facebook. Nicole Jamaica C. Phillips. Anyway, but the point is that even though I want all those things still, I feel like my life is just so good right now. Like I can do so much. I see the freedom in it and the value. But I can't lie, like it took a long time for me to get there. I would say most of my life, a good portion of my life, I struggled with a lot of low self-esteem. Though my disposition is one of confidence, and a lot of people see me in the first impression as confidence. The reality is that I have had some issues with confidence and esteem, especially when it came to dating. And accordingly, I had been in some attracted people into my life that probably, they weren't horrible people, but they weren't people that were for me. And so I'm thankful that what I got out of it were some lessons. I can't say that I've ever been abused or greatly disrespected in any way, shape, or form, but it was enough for me to question what I was attracting to my life, who I was attracting, and to decide that, you know, it was time to do some different things and to embrace myself in order to have the kind of life I want. And in embracing myself, that encompasses many things. It encompasses understanding where you are in the present.
That's right.
In understanding, making a decision to love it and to see the good in all of it. It's also beyond just the relationship stuff. I think a lot of it has to do with, you know, where I'm at in my life is not necessarily like the perfect point, you know. Like many people, I aspire to more financial wealth and stability. I probably aspire on some level professionally to more of either a status or a power position of sorts. But given where I'm at now, you know, I'm able to see the blessings. I'm able to, in the job I have now, I work with college students, and I get the chance to touch so many lives and have so much influence on people and to advocate in ways that I probably wouldn't have if I didn't have this position or if I had a quote-unquote more prestigious position. So that's one aspect of it. I've also been able to learn to be resourceful in hard economic times, and a lot of people can't speak to that. But I would say most importantly, I've learned to really embrace my single life. I think in doing so, I've learned to love myself more, and I've gotten a better understanding of who I am, so that when, you know, the right person comes into my life, whoever that might be, I can not only recognize him, but also be more comfortable being myself. Because I feel like I wasn't always comfortable being myself because I was so busy trying to please whoever was around. And so they didn't get the real me, and then I didn't get what I wanted. But I really, truly enjoy my life. I love, as much as I love the idea of family and being able to have children and all that, I do enjoy, there's immense satisfaction and getting up on Saturday morning and deciding what I'm going to do for the day. Not necessarily having to worry about taking care of anything or anybody at this point in my life. And when that comes, I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it and I'm happy to embrace it. And I want it. But today, this is good. This is good. This is really good.
And I think it's good that you're able to share with others. One of the things that we talk about all the time, we have to share and impart what we learn and what God has done for us, so we can help others. A lot of people go from day to day, and I think we all do this on a certain level. We say, when I get married, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
When I have a baby, I'll be happy. When I get the house, I'll be happy. When I get the bigger house, I'll be happy. Right. Whatever your wants and desires are, you feel like you'll be happy. But if you're not happy where you are in the moment, getting things would not make you happy.
Exactly.
Getting all of those things would not make you happy unless you're already happy with where you are.
Right.
And I talk a lot about you attract whole people when you're whole.
It's true. And I have to say the quality of men that I attract now is very different from what I used to attract. And again, this is not a slam on anybody because I have a lot of friends. I'm not burning any bridges, but at the same time, it's true. The quality of men and dating is different. Because I have become to desire myself more, I have found myself more desirable to others. And my dating life is pretty active. I don't talk about, I'm not a bragger or anything like that, but I have choices now. I have people that I can call, men I can call to say, hey, let's do whatever. And it's fine. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying dating a lot. And, making good choices, crisis-lead choices is what I would call it. Because I think that's important to keep that perspective. And I just can't say how much I love it. Like, I love my life right now. It's great.
And I think that's wonderful. I think it's great that you can share it. I met you a long time ago, but when I met you before, and again, I've gone through it, so I think we can speak about that as well. And I was able to relate to what you were going through and what you were battling with, but I had to come to realize myself that you have to be just happy with who you are, with yourself and where you are. And once you acknowledge it and recognize it, you can go to the next level, whatever that may be. And you can receive or you can acquire your goals, you can get married, you can have a baby, you can have a family, but if you're not happy with yourself, none of those things would make you happy. And that's what I think both had to realize. And even as a married person, there are things that I want or wanted, and I felt like I would be happier if I got those things. And I had to realize I need to just stop and celebrate the moment, the day, and just be happy where I am. And I think that's basically the message that we're trying to convey. If we're happy, whatever state we're in, wherever we are, when we acquire those things, we will be happier.
I also want to say this too, and this is very important because I didn't realize, at least I was in denial, because I was really groomed by two wonderful people to be kind of the good girl. And sometimes being the good girl means that you deny some things to yourself and to others in terms of feelings like, anger and sometimes jealousy and those types of things. And then in doing so, that hindered my ability to forgive. And so I did not realize, and I'm not ashamed to admit, I've been to therapy and counseling. I recommend it for anybody. But
this is so good. I didn't know what you were going to say. I think it's wonderful.
Well, and that's the thing. Part of being the good girl and the oldest and all these things in a family like mine, we're very private and we keep secrets. Like many families, this is not uncommon. But you're told not to tell your business. But exactly. And the reality is, the problem is that we don't share certain things, and when we don't, people kind of walk through life. I know I did, thinking I was different and nobody was like me and I was the odd person out. And the reality is a lot of people are going through stuff. And so I figure if I can be honest about some of the stuff I've been through, maybe I can set someone else free. So I don't have any shame in saying that I've worked on myself. I have submitted to, I've been blessed to have and prayed for Christian counselors, and I've done that. And in doing so, and through my worship and studying the Word,
I think that's great.
I have been able to let go of a lot of things and been able to refine my perspective and see things in a more godly way. And I still have work to do. Like, we're never perfect.
We're never, ever perfect. And I appreciate you coming on the show. We've been trying to do this segment for a while, and I always said, you know, that, well, I don't want to get into the devil and all that, but I knew that this had to be said. It had to get out there so people can be helped and people can come to us or call on us if they would like to share their pain and what they're going through. But the bottom line is be happy where you are, what state you're in, whatever your mindset, whatever is going on, just be happy. And then when you get those things that you want, then you'll be blessed to have the things that you want because you're already happy and you're already a whole person. Is there anything that you want to add as we close?
Thank you. That was a nice cue. Like, okay, we're going to wrap.
We're getting ready to stop this.
Yeah, I would just say, too, that to be very mindful of understanding your expectations, the Lord's expectations, and other people's expectations. Because I think when you factor in too many different types of expectations, this way you kind of get thrown off. I mean, the reality is, I know, like one of my aunts told me the other day, lovingly, she's like, you only got 2 more years before, you know, you to have a baby. And I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, like, that's cool, but whatever. Well, I think she was trying to say she wants the grandchildren. Everybody wants more grandchildren and grandnieces and whatnot. But I'm like, yeah, but, you know, whatever.
But it happens.
It happens. It happens, and it's all good. And so, yeah. But like I said, I'm not kidding. Like, life is great for me. It really is. I have fun. I enjoy it. I encourage everybody to embrace their life the best way they can. I know it's easier said than done, especially if you're in pain, but if you can allow yourself to just kind of admit your strengths and make your weaknesses and work to just make the best of it all, life can be so much better.
Okay, I think we're going to close this segment out. I can be reached on Facebook as well as Nicole Phillips.
Yes.
She's on Facebook. You can befriend her through me. But if you have any questions or comments, please email us both through Facebook.
Yes.
And my website is www.natawoods.com. And my email address is natawoods@yahoo.com. And I'll see you the next time. Thank you for joining us. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Dr.
This is going to go on.
Okay, we can keep thanking each other. We're so thankful.
Thank you.